Hello, everybody. Skip Black here today with another podcast. Today we're bringing up the topic of which is better, Twilight Princess or Windwaker. So this is actually a pretty big topic that I am constantly fighting over with myself because, do I stick with my morals or do I stick with the prettier game? So let's take a look at Twilight Princess. The thing that Twilight Princess has going for it is it has a beautiful art style. This game pushed the GameCube to its limits. So pretty. I probably wouldn't even be able to tell whether it came out first on the Wii or the GameCube, because I actually believe that it looks better on the GameCube. Not even gonna lie. So, another thing that really has going for it with Twilight Princess would have to be Midna. Midna is one of the most interesting and well-developed characters in any Zelda game. In my opinion, I really don't want to start a freaking flame war or anything, but still, it is a really good. She's a really good character. She's well developed. She has a backstory and all of this stuff. It all just makes sense. Okay. So the one thing that I really did not like about Twilight Princess would have to be the constant switching between wolf and human. So, with the constant switching between wolf and human, you kind of lose, the gameplay aspect, where, you're constantly entertained as a human with the beautiful scenery and stuff, but when you're a wolf, it's kind of limited. When you're a wolf, first of all, yes, when you're not in sense mode, it is beautiful, but when you're in sense mode, you can only see so far, and it kind of limits your experience within the game realm. So while in the game realm, sure, it's a pretty game still, because, Twilight Princess is just breathtaking. Just breathtaking, okay? So, still, rules still apply. The gameplay is good as Windwaker's. And that opinion of mine is varying, because I do not believe that it has better gameplay than Windwaker. I like sailing in the big, open, beautiful sea. I like exploring new islands and stuff, but you can't do that with Twilight Princess. Sure, you have a vast land to explore and all that fuck it. You know what, I'll just say whatever the fuck I want, because this is my podcast, and you guys are welcome. So, all that jazz, yeah, that's what I meant. So, in a sense, Twilight Princess was never really meant to be coming out onto the GameCube. But that's where I played it. I've actually never played it on the Wii before. Not once. But that's just because, I'll play it on the Wii, and everything will be all switched and stuff, and I'll get all confused and stuff. And I probably won't like that nearly as much as I do on the Wii. But, yeah. I don't know if there's any, graphical overhaul between the two versions, but, yeah. Well, it's kind of it's a pretty difficult topic to talk about, because I am, okay, let's just say that my favorite video game series of all time is The Legend of Zelda. I've beaten every game up to date, and it's been with me for my years, and it never lets me down. I can't think of a single installment that let me down. Hell, I even like the Spirit Tracks games, like the DS ports and stuff, and I enjoyed those. They were, actually, I think Phantom Hourglass was one of my favorite Zelda games of all time, in my top 10s. But I actually probably have to make that. Yeah, I have to make a podcast of my top 10 Zelda games. That'd be awesome. So, sorry about that. That's my cat. And we're gonna play some more. That's just the ad. Don't mind it. No. So, then we got Wind Waker on the other hand. This was my first Zelda game ever playing when I grew up. And I still really enjoy it. I'll never get tired of it, okay? I'll play through it over and over and over again, and I'll, see things I didn't quite see my first time, my second time, or my third time. Hell, I probably beat this game 15 times. It's just that good. So, there's no proper way I can explain how I feel about this game, other than to say that it's just beautiful. Okay? So, sure, it's not, the same, okay, let's just say that Wind Waker is happy and Twilight Princess is sad. But the thing is about Wind Waker, it's not trying to be happy. It just gives you that emotion. When in Twilight Princess, it's almost forcing you to be sad. Like, they tried way too much hard to make you sad. But, not that I have a problem with that, because Twilight Princess is still a beautiful, beautiful game. And, so, to be honest, I really don't think you can improve upon that graphical quality of Twilight Princess too much. Because, to be honest, when I look at the Twilight Princess HD footage, I do not think it really needed an improvement in the first place. I mean, that game is already beautiful. So, but just, it's all, like, when it came down to the remake for Wind Waker, oh my god, yes. Like, they changed so much when it comes to the graphical standpoint. Sure, it had the same style, but it definitely was an overhaul. Like, you couldn't tell that this is just the same game like you can with Twilight Princess. Like, it looked so much better. But, like, not that the game looked terrible in the first place. No, the game looked... It looked unbelievably beautiful even in the first release. But still, the rule still applies that, yes, there was a massive improvement. So, if it comes down to whether I think the GameCube version of Twilight Princess and the GameCube version of Wind Waker are the best, that's not true, okay? I would have to say that the GameCube version of Twilight Princess is sure the superior game, but it doesn't, like, I'm very, very, very much nostalgia driven on this topic. So, sure, yes, I played both of them at a relatively young age. I'd have to say around 7 or 8. But, no, with me, it was like I was 3 years old when I first played Wind Waker. I was, like, 6 when I first beat it. And, like, I was, like, 5 when I first played Twilight Princess, and I was, like, 11 when I first beat it. So, sure, there's that age gap, but still, like, but I got to properly experience both of these games. Like, I grew up with the GameCube. Like, when I was younger, we just grew up, like, with, like, these older Nintendo systems. Like, the Wii was out for, like, what was it, like, 6 years before we got it? Yeah, it's that. Like, that's how far behind we were. But now, like, 2 years ago, like, 2013, 3 years ago, actually, like, in your standpoint, the PS4 came out, and I already have that, so we're definitely catching up to the times, but still, we were there, like, in the Stone Ages almost, for, like, a good 10 years there. But, so I properly got to experience these games over and over, because they were, like, the only thing I had, okay? The most, really, to think about it, the newest game console I had, up until the point where I got the PS4, would have to have been either the newest game console I had was the 3DS, and I got that, like, actually, like, the year it came out, like, in 2011. But, like, it's still just a handheld, and it had, like, if you really think about it, the 3DS has bare bone online, so, yeah, like, it really didn't give me, like, that online FPS that I was kind of craving, until I got, like, the 360, and then I got the PS4 this Christmas, and yeah, it's all just been an uphill slope from there. Uphill slope? Is that even a fucking thing? Fuck it. You know what? Yeah, I will stand by my argument that there's an upward slope. So, do I like Wind Waker more than Twilight Princess, or vice versa? I would have to say their GameCube counterparts are equal in my opinion. But when it comes to the Wii U reboots, the Wind Waker improved so much more graphically standpoint, and not to mention that they had the fast sale. I don't know what it was called because I didn't play it, but I've seen it. I've seen it. Like I've paid attention, like back in 2013 when it came out, and it was they did a really good job. Okay, so then you take a look at, like, here, I'll bring up an image of, you guys won't be able to see, but I'll bring up an image anyway, of Twilight Princess versus Twilight Princess HD, okay? Sure, there are, like, little improvements here and there, but they really did not change anything. it all looks the same, okay? Actually, in my opinion, the HD reboot looks actually kind of a little bit worse. Because in the HD reboot, you can clearly see the individual colors, but with Twilight Princess on the GameCube, it all blended in, and it looked natural. But I'd have to say that the polygons are more pronounced on the Wii version. I know it doesn't. I know that kind of doesn't make sense because like there are definitely more polygons when it came to the like GameCube and Wii version. But I just have a feeling that like I feel that like it's really hard to explain because in the original Twilight Princess for the GameCube, it had like a realistic tone to it. Like it felt like I was there. But when I look at the gameplay footage for the HD reboot, it does not give me that same feel. It looks like I'm looking at through like a new pair of glasses, and I just see all the flaws that the original game had. But when you look at the GameCube version, it looks like it's perfect. Not even kidding. It looks beautiful. Like I really don't think they were expanding upon much. Like Twilight Princess already mastered the graphics. It just they are not improving upon much. Like, so the level was set so high that they probably couldn't raise it even anymore. Like, this is the pinnacle of video game prettiness. So, not saying that the Wii U version doesn't look good. It actually looks really good too. Because, well, I mean, Twilight Princess just looks good in general. So, here's my standpoint. The GameCube version of Windwaker and Twilight Princess are equally good. But when it comes to their reboots, I have a feeling that the Wind Waker reboot will just be a little bit better than the Twilight Princess reboot. Because, first of all, with the Wind Waker reboot, they improved so much. But with the Wii U reboot of Twilight Princess, I'm just not feeling it. So, sure, I won't know until I actually get hands-on experience with this game. But I still feel the same way, okay? Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for tuning into this podcast also. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.